Um, Hello, I'm Cameron. I don't know, really know what this video is going to be about, to be honest. So I'm just going to say anything. 2025, it's been a good year. A lot happened this year. Heaps of things happened. I guess I'm just making this video just to remember, I guess, the year. It's December 22nd, 2025. And this year started pretty poorly. Diagnosed with cancer just before 2025, but January 6th started chemo, 3 months. Some of the hardest stuff that I've ever had to do and face, I guess, and not I guess, I know how hard it is and how terrible it was, and I guess that was pretty crazy to go through. Don't like how many people actually go through it, let alone when you're 23. So that was a crazy start to the year. I honestly didn't know what was going to come next. I didn't know. Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was unusual and it was scary and it was, what's going to happen next. And I did a lot of thinking, and I guess the thinking was that, probably wasn't good enough. Maybe I was being hard on myself, but I didn't really. It was weird to think about your life as if it's about to end when it wasn't going to end. But it possibly could have ended. That's the point. And honestly, it's just a crazy thought. And I had to, while struggling physically, I had to mentally think about all of those things, and that was pretty hard. But 3 months later, then I'm recovering, and it was hard to recover. It was hard to get back into it, but then I'm recovering, and I'm back into life, but I'm not normal again. I kept telling people, yeah, I'm back to normal, but I wasn't back to normal. I was different. I'm never going to be the same person again. And yeah, I guess 9 months later, I'm here. I'm in India. I traveled here to figure out what's next in my life, and I guess look back as well at the year I've had. I beat cancer. I got a job promotion in my umpiring career. Employee of the month apparently in December. That's crazy. I made an EP as well. I performed it in front of 100 people, which is crazy as well. First headline show. That was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love performing. And I don't know what the point of this video is. I just had the idea like 5 minutes ago to make a video. Maybe I'll post it, I don't know. But I want to look back at this video in 1 year. Because 2026 is going to be a big year for me, because I feel like it's meant to be a big year, because 2025 was a big year. So it's like, I don't think there's ever going to be a year that's going to surpass this year for me, like, unless I have cancer again. Like this, it all just happened at the same time, and mental health and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's just crazy how, it's crazy how I'm still alive. And it's crazy that I am here making this video. But I guess this is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta, I guess, document that, the kind of year that you've had, and I feel like time will just pass and you'll forget about the fact that, what happened and you'll forget about it and it'll just be another year. But I don't think 2025 was that kind of year for me. I feel like it was more than that. And when you have such a crazy year, then it's like you've achieved it, but now what do you do? And sometimes that's pretty, I put a lot of pressure on myself now. I've got to umpire. I'm at a professional level. I've got to, elevate, my music. I've got to get to where I want to go in music and all this kind of stuff. But now it's like, I guess not to put the pressure, and because that I can't define the success of next year to be whether I've achieved things. I have to define success as doing everything that I can to get where I want. And I think that's my definition of success, to be honest. It's not actually achieving things and getting there. It's going to sleep every night knowing that you've done enough and you've done everything that you can to achieve those goals. Because if I get cancer tomorrow and I die tomorrow, then was my life a failure because I didn't achieve my goals? Well, no, but I did everything that I could. So I guess that's what I mean. So yeah, bring on 2026 is going to be crazy. I don't know what's in store. I just want to look back at this video, to be honest, and see all the things that I've achieved this year. Traveling to India alone, that's pretty crazy. And the things that I've done this year is, every year. Okay, this is crazy. Every year, when at the end of the year, I look back at the year and I go, this is what I achieved, this is what I'm not. And every single year for my whole life, can't remember as a kid, to be honest, because, stuff doesn't really matter as a kid. You just kind of do your thing. You're not really like doing achievements as much. Maybe it was just me, but, toward my teenage years, 15, 16, maybe, when I started thinking about life properly, to 23, so that would have been 2015 till about 10 years, 2014 to 2024. Every year, I'd look back on my year and I'd go, what a bad year. Like, there was some cool things here and there, but I'd always go like, that wasn't quite the year that I was looking for. Like, it was a waste of a year. I know it was a few years I said it was a waste of a year. And I'd say these goals, like I want a stable job, I want to do this, I want to do that next year, and I'd never achieve any of it the next year. So then the end of that year, I'd say, what a failure of a year. Next year I'm going to do this, and it'd go on. And I've never looked back at a year, at this time of year, end of December, and gone, wow, like what a success, what a year I've had, this is awesome. For the first time, I'm 24. For the first time, I can say that 2025 was a success. Not really because I achieved things. And I did achieve things, right? I mentioned some of them already, but it's not because I achieved things. It's not because I finished the end goal of cancer, or I got that job promotion, or, I did this. I feel like those stuff are great, and that's like part of it. But the real reason that this year was a success is because I'm happy, right? I'm happy. If I die tomorrow, I die happy, right? As dramatic as that sounds, I will die a happy man. And I think I finally figured it out, right? I finally figured out the key to life, or the key to success, right? Because everyone says, what's the key to success? And And for me, the key to success is not an achievable goal. It's not, a list of things and at the end, that's success. It's going to bed every night, knowing that I've done everything that I can to make the world a better place, to be happy, to help others, to, enjoy life. That's what success is. And I finally figured that out this year. And through that, I feel like I've been able to achieve all of these things, right? The achievements are not what make me happy, or the achievements don't define the success. But through the success that I have, I end up achieving those things, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to bed every night knowing that I've done everything, which means every day I wake up, I know that, okay, I've got to do something today, or I've got to push and do something that's going to, try and achieve these goals. I don't have to achieve them, but I'm going to do everything that I can to try and get there. And because that's my mindset, I feel like now I'm finally happy. And I don't expect next year to go as planned. I don't expect it. There's a lot of things that I want to do next year, and I assume that 99% of them are not going to go right. But that's the beauty of life, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. I'll make a video next year and see all the things that I want to do. But anyways, 2025. December 22nd, 2025. I'm 24 years old. I've had mental health issues. I've gone through cancer. But I'm finally happy. And let's see what 2026 brings. I'll see you in a year. I'll see you in a year. Bye.